Hello, and welcome to the Circle of Love and Light. I'm your host, Dr. Jane Mountrose, and I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Loola Mora.
Mhm.
She's a fellow light worker, spiritual seeker, healer, and many, many more things. So I'm delighted that Loola is with me, especially today. Um, we're in a different place than usual. We had decided, actually, Gretchen and Loola and I were all planning to be here. And I need to open the notes here so I can get the comments. We were all planning to be here, and it was interesting because we started with the thought that we don't know where the path is taking us. So we were planning to surrender to what is with an opening to the divine oracle reading. And it just interesting to me that what happened last night is Gretchen's sister died, her sister Donna. And she is not with us, obviously. And we have an opportunity now to have an oracle reading that is more specific than what we were planning on, because we were thinking now that what we would like to do is have an oracle reading about how we can support her. And for all of us, how we can support people around us, the people we love, when things of types of loss happen, or transitions where things challenging things happen to people, and maybe our first thought is, well, what can I do? There's nothing. And I feel often that, I guess, just that, what can I do? And I'm feeling like there's nothing I can do. But even I think just being here and sending love is something. I mean, surrounding her and her family with love. And we'll just go on from there. As always, we want to thank you for being with us. And if you're a regular part of our family, I know that you're feeling Gretchen's loss just as we are, and appreciate you being here and being in supportive and for all of us in any way that we can. So we also will be doing a special meditation. I don't know what it's going to be. We're going to actually draw a card for an archangel, and another card to get more information on, on where we're going. So we'll find out. But again, thank you for joining us. It means a lot to us, and I'm sure it does to Gretchen too. So before we go into our topic, just to take a few minutes, if you're in a place where you can close your eyes, just close your eyes. And if you can't, just leave your eyes open and breathe in the love and light the universe has for us in this particular moment. A few just nice big breaths of love and light. And we can also, as we exhale, release some of the heaviness. With the desire just to be able to be present to the experience that we're having together now. It feels good. So before we start the reading, I just wanted to turn to you for a moment, Loola, and ask you for just a bit about your perspective on what we're doing now, opening to the divine in relation to this loss that a dear friend of ours is experiencing.
Wow, Jane, that's I think that gives me this amazing opportunity. Thank you. Before than anything, and is that we always, I don't want to say that, but frequently when these kind of situations happened, we feel so impotent or without a way to really help that person that is going through that challenge or experience, the family. Actually, in this is the moments that I express myself, that I don't have enough words to say
Right.
what I'm feeling.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's true.
and I have observed myself, because it's a condition of life, you know, people around are getting birth and other ones are dying, and it's happening around, and I have observed myself year by year, month by month, and when these things happen, how I respond to it, you know, and I think something that had happened is that moment where I don't have words and I don't know exactly what to say, and I want to run and hug that person. And because actually I'm not living in a place that I'm close to many of those people, is more challenging to, you know. But I
Right.
have learned that actually we can do a lot, but we don't know how. So that's why that feeling is coming from. So one of the things that I have learned that I can do is to support the being that is doing the transition, to do that transition in ease and faster, you know, so we can, doesn't matter which religion or beliefs you have, is like if you believe in light, you can have that intention of lighting a candle, for example, for helping
Right.
that person. So the intention is what is here so important, because it's what connects the vibration of what we think and what we want for that being, you know, that is transitioning. If you, for example, chant, you can have the determination to send that sound, that vibration to that spirit, to that soul that is transitioning into all that other beings around them, you know, family, kids, husband, you know. So I think I already mentioned some of them, or sending a breath, you know, like sitting there and inhaling all that love that you want to send to Gretchen in that case, or to that person, and sending it through the exhalation, for example, you know. And we are
Yeah,
so
sometimes
connected.
I imagine it's
Yeah,
exhaling through my heart, sending it out. Yeah, that's
exactly.
beautiful. Yeah.
So
And we're going to draw, why don't we
yeah,
just go ahead and draw that archangel card and see
that's powerful.
what happens.
Exactly. That
This
will
is
give you a lot of
we'll never know what
power
it's going
too.
to do. So this
Exactly.
is an oracle we haven't used in the circle before. It's Diana Cooper's Archangel Oracle cards. And there are actually 44 archangels here. So we might even meet one who we haven't met before, which I think is also a wonderful thing. So I'm going to shuffle here a couple times.
So I'm focusing on our intention of
Yeah. So how can
supporting,
we
how
be of
can
support in a
exactly.
situation like this for someone we love? And it is an archangel I'm not familiar with. This one is called Archangel Christine. It says, accept the Christ light, act with wisdom and loving compassion. And there, it looks like she might be holding the Christ light. It's hard for me to get it now that I have the
Yeah, there's
light shining on it there.
yeah,
She's
it's like a
holding a
ball of
light.
light. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, and that is in her heart, kind of. We're saying sending light
Yes.
out from the heart. Interesting kind of validation already. So I want to read a little bit about her. This is an educational opportunity also.
I agree.
Here she is. Archangel, oh, this is interesting. Archangel Christine is the twin flame of Archangel Jophiel and carries the divine feminine light of wisdom with loving compassion. This beautiful golden archangel holds and radiates the Christ light. When your crown chakra becomes fifth dimensional, she places a ball of cosmic wisdom into it, infusing the 1,000 petals with light and attracting beautiful energies to you. Archangel Christine is helping those who are on the ascension path to proceed with wisdom and also help others onto their path. She shares a retreat with Archangel Jophiel, a glorious etheric golden temple over the mountains of northern China. Together, they're beginning to release some of the wisdom held in the land in the east in order to help the planetary ascension.
Wow. So profound.
Your guidance is to open it. It has a section called guidance with each one, and it says your guidance is to open up to Archangel Christine and allow her to fill you with Christ light as well as wisdom. Know from the moment you invoke her, she starts to pour unconditional love and golden wisdom into you. She helps you to experience everyone and everything from an enlightened perspective. Take a moment to feel her energy flowing into your mind and then consciously beam the light you have received to others. So we can take a moment for that now, just inviting Archangel Christine to join us and infuse that beautiful golden light all around us. And if we want to receive it, to take it into our bodies, into our hearts. With an awareness also that when we're talking about Christ light, we are elevating this perspective in a wonderful way that I think is very helpful for us now to be strong and centered with a clear intention of support. And what I got from her is she said, dear, when all of you deserve to have a beautiful ball of Christ light in your heart, it's kind of like she's handing us one, like in the picture, handing us a ball that can imagine, if it feels good, just allowing that into your heart. And noticing anything you notice from it. I feel this huge radiation of light from it myself. How about you, Lula?
Well, I'm having an amazing experience training actually. But yeah, I connected with her because I feel it as a feminine energy, and actually I opened my heart and I was able to open through heavens, and I started feeling lighter and lighter and lighter, going closer to the light, to what really is, to the truth. And I actually sense that that's what we experience in any like transition of this kind, when we leave Earth. So in a way, I'm feeling that is very specific, the message for us now. And
yeah,
I'm
I feel
getting
that too.
a clear message of alchemy too, of that process of ascension and connecting with the crystal of our hearts, that actually is the meaning of the Christ era. That is alchemy. So I can sense all that elevation will be that word and that light.
Yeah, me too. And it does feel, I feel lighter.
Me too.
I think Lula and I, before we started it, it is obviously a challenging time. And at the same time, to have that opportunity just to lift our vibration up into a more Christ light kind of an experience is actually I feel something different there. And I'm grateful. I'm very grateful to Christine and for that. I just want to mention also Nikki Wood is here and Babs is here.
Hi, ladies.
And sending their love and support. So thank you. Would you like to draw another card from the Work Your Light Oracle? We often do this. The second card is what they call a significator. So it's something that provides even more insight for us potentially. We'll see what happens. No, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, the light,
I'll hold up Christine again while she's doing that.
Please.
Just so you can see that beautiful light again.
We have a jumper. Oh my God, this car is is following me lately.
It's following you?
Wow, yeah. Look,
what's it called?
It is called Greeting a New Age.
Called what?
birthing
Oh, birthing a new age.
a
Oh,
new age.
interesting. Interesting.
And before I go deeper, I want to share this because it's saying birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the light. It looks like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
like
that's really beautiful.
we are already like really in the highest, you know, like there's a ground, of course, because that's the stones, how I like understand them, you know, there's a ground that is solid actually, but it's
Mm-hmm.
elevated. And there's the light, and there's a
Mm-hmm.
being really close to the light and stars, you know.
Yeah,
And
it's beautiful. It's
beautiful.
for those who have that deck, it's page 92,
Thank you.
the description. And I'm going to see if I can actually find the card in my deck too, because it looks so beautiful. I want to see it.
Yeah.
There's so many of them here.
And I would love to go deeper in the card and read a little bit of the book with my
Yeah.
amazing English. So everyone,
It's fine. Your English is charming.
yeah.
You know, it's charming. It really
So
is.
yeah, with my accent. So everyone, listen. Often our path is exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often, what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. We, a container for it anyway. Often, our creation seems to have a wild, uncomfortable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. Often, what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. Right now, we are in a transition period between ages, in the process of allowing the old cycle to fall away and the new to rise. Like driving in the fog and trusting the road will appear ahead, we need to release all identities and ways that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. You are part of a group of souls who have been incarnating at significant periods of history, preparing for this exact time, dreaming a new world into being. Magdalene sisters, daughters of Isis, Essence, priestesses, witches, mystics, healers, seers, artists, white wives, visionaries, guardians of earth, and storytellers from times past. It is time to give permission and space for what is becoming between to be born. Be aware, dreaming a new world into being. Wow, how beautiful. And I share beautiful card. Thank you for showing it again, Jane. This card.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
And yeah, it's inviting me again and again to.
Yeah, it is interesting. The rocks, I don't know if people could see it. They are not on the ground. They are, I think Lula mentioned it, it was hard. It's kind of hard to see at first, but she's grounded, but she's above the ground, grounded in a higher plane. Made me think also, being pretty close to Gretchen, I know that, and I think Lula also knows, she's very close to her too. She has experienced and is experiencing tremendous challenges even before this happened. And it is just, well, it is what is. But I feel like for us just to be able to be here to support her and to be here from that place that's not where we're not wallowing down in the mire of it, where we can approach it with an understanding that something new is being born, actually for the world and for Gretchen's sister and for Gretchen, for all of us.
Exactly.
And to be able to appreciate the challenges. And for me, thinking about it earlier, I thought, well, it's not it's not about helping Gretchen to feel better in the sense that, well, you can feel better. It's okay. That idea, it's okay. Maybe it's not okay for her today. And that's what she needs to experience to allow her wherever she is. And I'm not trying to preempt anything, but wherever she is to feel the feelings, to send her love, to be, I think to me, death really, it brings out an awareness of a relationship that maybe you don't have until a person dies, which is interesting. Just to be here, for us to be here grounded like this beautiful being, and also connected with the stars in support of her, that feels beautiful.
And I'm actually getting a specific message about Donna, Gretchen's sister, and it's when we transition, we are actually finalizing our cycle. So is a gift, and she is elevating through light, towards light. So she's helping in the process of helping this word to ascend to, through her ascension. So I think that's what the card also is showing us. It's like inviting us to see as an honorable moment, to honor that being that was alive, and actually to, as you said, like to hug Gretchen and allow her. It's like, the image that I have is not Gretchen, it's what I have done with people and with myself when I have faced like a similar situation, is allow me to feel, because that's the human part, but knowing that they're living that they're in an amazing trip,
right.
going through light. And when I can connect with that, gives me strength, and so I can feel that human part. But I think that's what we need to do, as you mentioned, is not try to make them feel better, is to be a container for them to feel and to live the experience, because it's sad and it's painful, of course.
It's interesting. There's the physical separation that you experience. I know, well, I've lost, actually my whole family pretty much has died. And also we've had pets and I think the loss of a pet is just as poignant as a family member of a human. That there's that, it's like a physical separation. You can feel that absence that is at first, I think, really difficult. And it is a lot of what we experience with grief. You mentioned that we can understand that they're being supported and going to a wonderful place. But at the same time, a lot of the grief that we experience is for our own loss, which I think is it's valid. It is valid. That doesn't make it invalid.
Absolutely.
But I think it's interesting and important really to explore that. Like, what is it that maybe and I'm not suggesting this in Gretchen's case, I don't know really anything about her relationship with her sister, but in many relationships, especially like marital relationships or close, very close relationships, the other person may be providing something for us that we need to provide for ourselves. I know when my mother died, I realized she was unconditional love. She thought I was the greatest thing in the world. It's kind of like, where else is someone going to think that? I had to learn from that my responsibility in the process would be to learn to love myself more. and not rely on someone else to provide that for me. So I think that's something that's very interesting to explore in any loss. Like a person maybe who loses their job and it's their life.
You mentioned it, you know, for example, when a dog that I had died, my first thought was, what is something that is pending in my life, or what relationship I need to take care of? And I was like, oh, my dad. And I started that year. I called him and I take my ego out, and I took the decision that I know I didn't take in, I think, 30 years, and I did it. And that was like an opening, as you're saying, was that door, that window that made me go move forward in my process, you know, of healing. So is when someone is dying, is at the same time an opportunity, is a birth, as the card said, you know. So I think when we are able to tap to those places where we are whole, we can understand this transition from other perspective, and that have helped me a lot too. A friend died 8 weeks ago in an accident, and I remember being very upset, like in shock.
Yeah.
And then I asked
there is
myself,
shock.
of
That's
course,
another thing. There are so many things that we have to
so
go
you
through.
need time. You need time to integrate, to digest things, you know. And I was like, wow, I'm thinking about the family, and then I realized, and I remember how he lived life, and it was easier for me to see her death from that perspective, and seeing I knew him. So it's easier for me to understand the story he wrote and why he chose to have that kind of death. And from that moment, what was easier for me to understand it, you know. So I want to bring that today, because allows us to see, and I keep learning and preparing myself for this subject, you know, because it's a subject. You know, but I'm learning to see it from a perspective of light and wholeness, and feels good.
Yeah, it is. Well, it is interesting because it is one of the most profound experiences we have.
I agree.
There are obviously others, but especially in a case like this, where apparently it was completely unexpected, and she was obviously not that old. I don't know how old she was, but it was unexpected, and that it's kind of like that really
that makes things, how can I say, like puts a little bit more spicy to the challenge. I can tell, no, this is something that happened, and you were not, like that accident of my friend, like he was coming back home, and then poof, you know, young people, like what? It's like, oh wait, you need time to integrate the news, and
and that makes you, I think that makes you appreciate the people around you more too, you know, realize, like you were saying with your father, you know, who is it if they died that I haven't shown enough love to, or haven't shown enough compassion for. Christine, one of her attributes is compassion.
Beautiful card, you know, was like, I still can feel my connection, you know. I get activated. I get that code activated today. I feel it, you know. I only need to close my eyes. I can sense her. I can sense her, and gives me that feeling of compassion. Absolutely, I can feel it. I can send the light. I can see that golden, white, very like powerful light there, and I start feeling levitating immediately.
Yeah. I have to mention also, just now when Lula was talking, my mother came in and she said, you know, I'm still here. She is. She's like a guardian angel for me. She said, I'm still here, and I still love you just as much.
You see, like,
and I believe that. Sometimes I go to places where we used to go, because she was, she was very special. She was somewhat angelic herself. She was one of those people who was somewhat naive and childlike. And there were so many things we did together. There's a beach in Santa Barbara where we used to go, and I've gone there many times since, and I just walk on the beach and with her.
And you are
And
there
we have a
with her.
talk. Right.
Yeah. And Jane, actually, that's gonna sound interesting right now, but I'm starting to use a lot the word memories, because when you were talking about death and when you like lose a pet, a friend, a family member, and I think I'm getting the ability to understand things as memories, and I think I'm being able to get access to some of the memories of past lives in a way. I'm still understanding what is happening, but when you mention about pets and people, I can feel the memories I have lived with my other close beings in other dimensions and in other worlds. So, for example, those are your memories, and that's the reason when someone dies, you get activated in something. So it's an opportunity for a new lesson, because we are eternal, so that pet maybe was your dragon in other life, in other place.
Yeah.
So I'm think I'm starting to get connected to that paths and realms and things. So for me, I'm getting inspired to understand this transition and to know that there's a lot more to learn, and that maybe one of the most things, as you mentioned, is that we come here to learn a lot and to experience, but one of the main lessons is to prepare for death, so we can die consciously, feeling that we did what we needed to do in this lifetime.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it is an interesting idea. If you think, well, if I died tomorrow, would I feel complete? Would I feel like I've really lived? And it is a motivator. If you think, well, what is it that I've missed that I couldn't incorporate now that would actually be relevant to that? That's really profound. Thank you.
And go back to your memories, Jane. And you inspire me. I actually can see you walking with your mom, holding hands in the beach. I actually can. So those memories are energy, and you can go to those places, Jane. Oh my God, I'm getting so excited. So thank you, Donna, because actually you have been the inspiration for this in Gretchen, and we hope in a way we have been supporting her family and all of other people that need this today, as we were needing this. Yeah, you and I.
There's one here right now, Sharon, who often is here at the circle with us. She said, my 92-year-old sister transitioned 10 days ago. Yes, the memories take on great significance. I can feel that. And we send love to you too, Sharon, for your loss.
Yeah.
So this might be a good time for the meditation. I was thinking, if this makes any sense. Where did that card go? I lost the Birthing a New Age card.
I have it here.
Yeah, why don't you put that up so they can see it? I don't know where I put it. Strange. Anyhow, oh, here it is.
It's giving birth.
It's right on top of the pile. Anyhow, I was thinking we can all imagine going to that place together and feeling the light. We'll just feel the light and feel what that, how maybe we can send out more love from there. And it can be to many places. So, you ready, Loola?
Yes, let's go there. I'm ready.
Okay. So everyone, if you can, closing your eyes and just breathing in that love and light from the universe. And releasing any heaviness you might notice, any tension in your body. Just sending it all back to the universe to be transformed again into light. I feel there are so many angels around us right now. For ourselves, for Gretchen, for Sharon, for her loss. And of course, for Donna and for Sharon's grandmother. They're here and they want us to know that they're here. I guess this is another thing, is that we forget. And I think in a lot of ways we may never have actually known how supported we are, because there are always beings of love and light around us. And when we call on them and ask for their support, it draws many more to us. So I'd want to invite again Archangel Christine to join us, just blessing us with more of that beautiful Christ light, lighting up that beautiful light that she gave us in our hearts. And feeling that elevating us to that place of birthing a new age, as we just rise up together in the Christ light. So we're grounded on a higher plane, surrounded by all those beautiful stones, with all of the stars in the universe shining upon us. The first thing I feel, it's just what a blessing it is to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost one of those places that's beyond words. Do you want to share what you're sensing, Lula?
Yes, thank you. We are actually there, and there's full of beings, you know. It's almost every stone is one being, and we're in the middle of the universe, and it's been like revealed to me that actually what we are doing when we die is that we are changing mission. Is we're ready to go to take the ship and go to another mission. Is changing states of being alive, but doesn't mean that we are dead in the complete meaning as beings. And we are all there, and we can connect in different places if we open our hearts. And again, the connection is love. That's the channel, that's that's the code, that's the vibration. And actually I'm hearing the sound there of love in that place. Everything is vibrating in perfect harmony, actually.
Yes.
And I can sense each heart of my other siblings, I can say, of light. That's the word that came to me.
And from this beautiful place, we can allow that light, that Christ light, that divine love to radiate out to all of those who are suffering. We can, of course, send love and that Christ light to Gretchen and to Sharon. And then just knowing there's so many people on the earth who are struggling. We can just send it out to transmute the struggle into light. And of course, our central focus in the circle is to send so much divine light to the world that it lights everybody up, it lights everything up. So those darker forces that want to drag humanity down, lose their strength. Kind of, it reminds me of the one of in The Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch, and she says, "I'm melting." Just all those evil forces just melting away as we bring in more light.
Wow, Gina, I start sweating. We're dancing there on the stones. We're in the middle of a ritual, producing too much vibration, and we're sending that light. So I'm there. I'm there dancing. It's a ritual. We are connecting. We are doing that alchemy, through your words. We are helping from there. And it's nice because I'm here, but I'm at the same time I'm there. Dancing.
Right. Yeah.
And I get it. Now I'm being more able to understand my multi-dimensional ability.
Right.
That's what is happening to me.
Right. And when we allow ourselves to when we lift ourselves with that light, with more light, then we enter into a realm with more possibilities in it.
Beautiful.
I know you mentioned,
moving days.
right. You mentioned there was a word that you chanted to invite to allow the spirit to move more easily through the light.
Akal.
Akal?
Akal, yes. AKAL. Akal. That's how it sounds.
We just say that.
Akal. I can lead a little bit.
Okay, why don't you do that? We can do that for Donna and Sharon's grandmother.
We'll love to do it. Akal. Akal. Oof, I'm getting chills already.
I feel more other spirits moving into the light too somehow. I don't.
Yeah, we're helping more of them. Akal. 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 They're inviting me actually to encourage you to look for the song on YouTube if you want to.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. You only put Akal and you can find it. It's beautiful. I think I found 2 to 3 versions, so you can look for which one connects more with you. We're there, and there's a lot of beings coming to light towards light. So.
Oh, I feel joyful now. It's interesting.
Yeah, me too. And there's a lot of violet flame all around, like in the image. That actually is nice. I was thinking today that, some religions when someone dies, they use the purple color.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I was thinking about it, and I want to search a little bit and understand which connection is there. But yeah, remind me of Saint Germain and Lady Portia and purple and violet flame. So I think.
Well, the violet light, it's the one. Yeah. It's the highest frequency of light. So we move through that as we rise up in the dimensions.
It's beautiful. Exactly. So we have the answer there. So yeah, that's the color.
And just know for all of us that when in those times when we don't know what we can do, we can imagine coming back to this place and just sending out that Christ light to the world, to those who are suffering, to if there was a loved one who has just experienced a great loss, we send it to them. I think there's a very positive message in starting there with the Christ light, realizing we're raising our own elevation so that we're sending a higher vibration just through that connection, in this case with Archangel Christine, who you can always invite to join you too. Beautiful, beautiful being. And of course, it's just sending our love. I love you, Gretchen.
We love you.
So any other thoughts before we come back?
Yeah, we have an amazing smile from Donna here. She's sending
Wonderful.
light, and
That's beautiful.
wow, I needed to place my hands over my heart because it was bumping really fast, and so is lately a way I understand things. So I was wanting to share that because you are part of this. You all are part of this, and you are supporting me. Without you, maybe I was not able to go so high.
Right.
So I want to thank all of you, to thank Archangel Christine, the purple light. Actually, Saint Germain was here, Lady Portia, and all the beings that danced with us there. And all those beings that were able to ascend, they're thanking us.
And I feel reminding us that everything is in divine order.
Yes, everything is perfect. And we are doing a great job. That's coming to us.
Well, my mother thinks so.
Yeah. They're saying, and you're doing a great job. You all being there, existent, allowing yourself to be. That's your job.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, it's one of these. This is one of those places where I feel like I could stay for a while.
Yes,
and I think the message also in that is that we can come back. So remember that you can come back to this place and invite Archangel Christine and embrace more of that Christ light. Anytime. It's always here for us. So I want to thank her and all the other beings who are with us as we again imagine ourselves drifting back down into our seats and feeling ourselves connected with the earth, sending love to Gaia and receiving that love back as we ground ourselves. And then just breathing more active energy, returning you to your normal waking state. And when you're ready, opening your eyes.
Ooh.
Wow, it's almost the top of the hour again. That went so fast. It didn't seem like any time at all to me.
I know, and I know was
amazing. That was beautiful
experience. Thank you,
yes.
Jane.
Oh, thank you, Lula. And I'm going to remember Archangel Christine. I'm going to put her card here. I have a place where I can put cards and look at them.
Yeah,
she's quite a remarkable being. I love that light, that Christ light.
Beautiful. And actually made me remember one process that we did in December to activate the intention with the ball of light, with the breathing exercise. Wow. So look, maybe she was there. Yeah, she was there inspiring me, and I was not aware of that.
Right.
Oh, thank you. And oof, I can sense the vibration of everything we did and how we are supporting and how we are supported too.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels so good. I'm actually grateful also that we had the opportunity to have the circle today.
Me too. Like so perfect. And that's how we supported her. Look how the answer come today. We all were here supporting her.
And I think we're all learning. I think we're increasing our
Absolutely.
awareness of all this.
And how we can actually, how much we are helping. And we are not aware of that,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feels good.
Babs says, so lovely to be with you today.
Oh, the
Thank you,
same,
Babs. And for those who missed it, Babs was with me last week. We had a wonderful, wonderful time for Easter and talking about the Christ consciousness too. So if you missed it, you can still find it at facebook.com/awakenings circle. And you just have to go down a little, not very far, to see that. So anything else before we close?
No, I'm
Feel
feeling
complete?
Yeah, I'm complete. I'm feeling very good. I have that compassion in my heart, and I feel love, and that I have the love for sending all those beings that need it today.
Yes, yes, me too.
So I want
really
to
good.
share that with all of you. And where's my world? Oh, you have it here.
Yeah,
So we can send it to all the words.
Again, send more love to the world. Always feels good. And Loola, would you like to let people know how they can find out more about what you're doing these days and contact you?
Sure, but I will need a little bit of water. So, yeah, people can contact me here in Facebook or in Instagram. I'm working with women. I'm helping them connect with their inner wisdom to heal and manifest their dreams. And I'm finalizing something new that I'm gonna share with all of you. That is a free training. So I will keep you posted. I will share it in my Facebook account and some information too in my Instagram, so you can stay tuned. You can connect with me in any of my social media, or you can send me an email that is there too. So I would love to connect. And yes, I will keep working on elevating my vibration and sending light, and in my own process, because that's what we are doing here.
All of us. Yeah.
Yes,
all of us.
Exactly.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. At Awakenings Institute, we're right in the middle of a course that we're doing on the Ascended Masters. We have had 2 classes already, and there are 4 more coming. They're all recorded too. So if you still want to join us, you can. The next live class is on Wednesday, but you can find out more about it at tinyurl.com/4. That's the number 4, masters-course. We'd love to have you join us. It's a wonderful group of spiritual people. And I also want to mention we have a free resource kit for light workers, spiritual healers, and way showers. And you can find out more about that at tinyurl.com/spiritual-kit. And our website is gettingthrough.org, gettingthrough.org. And it's big, so there's lots there too. Many, many more things.
Amazing page.
Yeah. And if you want to support the circle, we'd love it if you would follow our page. You can share the video. If you're on Facebook, you can share the video with your friends and get the word out even more of love and light. And you can ask friends to join you in the circle, and then you'll have something to talk about. You can share your own insights together. That's a lot of fun too. The last thing that we always do is send that love and light that we've collected, that beautiful Christ light, out to the future, the week ahead and more. You can send it as far as you want. I feel like we could send some Christ light out to the past too. Just send it all around, knowing that it's here for us, and just remembering that light that Christine gave us for you to put in your heart, that you can activate it anytime. So have a wonderful week. We hope you'll join us again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.